Welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna get right into this because I saw this video and I was like, I gotta respond. I have got to respond. It is fate for me to see this video, especially when I posted something this week that had to do with this very topic and subject. So let's watch this video together and then I'm gonna analyze for you guys and give you guys my take. So without further ado, let's get into the cray cray. All right, got it queued up. Let's watch.
Kid tells you that they're transgender, believe them. A lot of people will say that it's impossible for a 4-year-old to know if they're trans or not, but actually that's not true. They can know, and here's why.
Here we go.
From day one, gender is baked into everything we do. You either have a boy name or a girl name. Boy toys or girl toys.
That's true.
Boy clothes or girl clothes.
True.
So from an early age, kids understand the difference between boy and girl, and more importantly, which one they're expected to be. So it makes sense.
Pause. Actually, no, a kid knows what gender expression they feel most comfortable being in. Not whether or not they are a boy or a girl, because that has already been decided by biology. And it's interesting too, because people like this, trans-identifying man, will say that gender and sex are two different things, but yet, here this person is saying that if a boy likes girl things or a girl likes boy things as far as gender expression, then they should be the opposite sex. Aren't they mixing up sex and gender? Let's keep watching.
That if what they feel inside is different than what they're expected to be, then they might feel uncomfortable and they might want to talk about that discomfort. And we all know that kids are good at talking about how they feel. For example, mommy, I skinned my knee. Mommy, someone called me a name on the playground. Or even, mommy, I don't like wearing boy clothes. These are all...
Okay, pause again. So a little girl goes to their mom and they say, Mommy, I don't like wearing dresses. I don't like wearing dresses and I don't like playing with Barbie dolls. I want to play outside with the boys. I want to play basketball. I want to wear shorts. You know what that might indicate? That that little girl could be a tomboy. That that little girl may enjoy more masculine things because she's more athletic. It doesn't mean that she is transgendered, and vice versa for a boy. Let's keep watching.
Similar feelings of discomfort that we can talk about to our parents. That's not to say that all kids will realize they're transgender when they're little. A lot don't. I didn't until I was 27, but I can't tell you how many people
27.
I met that knew they were trans at 4 or 5 years old. So if there's a kid in your life who's telling you they're trans, please believe them. They know what they're talking about, and your support might save their life.
They know what they're talking about. No, actually, they don't know what they're talking about because they're 2 and 4. All right. Calm down, Chuck. Calm down. All right, let's get into this breakdown. All right, so the reason why I get so passionate about this, and I'm just like, no. We're not going to do this today, is because we are putting the onus on children to self-identify what they're going to be for the rest of their lives at 2, 3, 4 years old. Just because a child expresses themselves differently than what is perceived as the gender norms doesn't mean that your child is supposed to be the opposite sex. I know it's crazy. I know. See, there's nothing wrong with a child expressing themselves differently, yet still understanding that their biology is real and it wasn't a mistake. And for this trans-identifying male to say that if a child tells you that they're trans, they know. Well, where did the idea of trans come from in that child? If my 2-year-old comes up to me and says, I think I'm trans, my question is going to be, where the heck did you learn that word? Why is that not in the discussion? See, children are being indoctrinated at earlier and earlier ages from preschool and on. So if your child starts expressing transgendered terminology and thoughts, it could be because they are like sponges, and when they hear things around them, they take it in and they reflect it out to the adults. Instead of saying, oh my God, my child said they're trans. How about investigate? How about ask questions? How about dig a little bit deeper versus saying my child's trans? And if I question that, then I'm transphobic. Now, if you question that, you're being a productive parent who's asking the right questions, because again, medically and socially transitioning your child at a very early age is going to have adverse effects on their life, especially if mom or dad, you're wrong. And here's why this is personal for me. So when I was growing up, I, shockingly, did not fit the gender social norms of what it meant to be a boy. I didn't like boy things. I wasn't running around playing basketball or football. I wasn't interested in sports. I wasn't the most masculine boy out there. I just wasn't. And you know what? Thank God I had parents who were smart enough to understand that that was okay. Now, this is me at, I think, 4 or 5 years old. And let's just say I was a special child.
Right next, Chucky. No, Chucky's gonna dance. Move over and do break dancing. Do break dancing? What's wrong with you, Chucky? Chucky, move back into it. Look at him! He's looking stupid.
They didn't force me into masculine things if that was not my natural expression. They allowed me to just be me. Now, I do remember at a very early age, I want to say maybe 6 or 7 years old, my parents put me into Little League because they wanted to see if I wanted to play it. You know, they were like, let's just let him join Little League, and if he likes it, he likes it. I don't like it. In fact, I remember entering the field and hitting the baseball for the first time and running straight to third base. And everyone being like, what the hell are you doing? And that's when I knew this wasn't for me. And I wasn't happy doing Little League. I wasn't excited to do Little League. I did it for, I want to say, a couple of months. And then I was like, I'm out. And guess what? My parents were like, okay. They didn't say, oh my God, maybe he's supposed to be a girl. Maybe we should change his name and socially transition him and see what happens. No, my parents left me alone. They allowed me just to be me. And guess what? I grew up understanding that just because I did not fit the gender norm expression, it didn't change the fact that I still biologically am a man. And thank goodness, thank the Lord Almighty that I did not start to socially transition or medically transition and castrate myself. Only to realize that, oh no, I am a boy. I'm just not interested in the typical masculine things. And that's okay. I like to sing. I like I belong here. But guess what? I'm still a man. And because I had parents that understood that, I didn't have to deal with a psychological mess of a life that it would have been had my parents listened to that trans-identifying male saying that based on what he's saying, I should have been a girl because I didn't express myself in a boy way. Another perfect example is this kid. You know who that is? That is Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's daughter, Shiloh. Now, Shiloh, if you remember, back in her early days when she was still growing up in her early years, Shiloh liked to express herself in a very masculine way. She wanted short hair. She wanted to wear boy clothes. She was not interested in skirts or dresses or makeup or anything that resembled a feminine look. Just wasn't her thing. And you know what her parents did? Her parents allowed her to express herself the way that she wanted to express herself. You want to wear dresses? Okay. You won't wear dresses. It's fine. It's okay. What they didn't do is they didn't say, oh my God, my daughter doesn't want to wear dresses and wants short hair. She must be a boy. Let's get her transitioned. Let's start socially transitioning her into a boy and push that ideology onto her because she could be a boy. They left her alone and they allowed her, like my parents did, to just live. And guess what? She's grown up to be a very beautiful girl, wearing dresses and makeup and expressing herself in a female expression. And she isn't a boy. And she looks pretty happy. Now, could you imagine if her parents were like, you know what, at 2 or 3 years old, because she's showing signs of masculinity, because she's showing signs that she's not into feminine things, let's transition her now? Could you imagine what she would look like and what she would feel like and what she would be dealing with at that age if she had medically transitioned? Or if she had socially transitioned and then realized it was a mistake? She would be a mess. She'll be a mess. And that seems to be the trend, by the way, of so many liberal Hollywood parents. I mean, there's so many now that have kids who are transgendered at 3, 4, 5 years old. Like, what is going on? What is happening in the minds of these parents who are saying, well, my 2-year-old said, so therefore it must be, as if a 2 and 3-year-old can comprehend the complexities of gender. It's crazy. It's like the adults who are transgendered want so badly to be affirmed that they want to push this agenda on children because, hey, if a 2-year-old knows that they're trans, then obviously I must know that I'm trans at 30. When those ages, those expressions, those experiences are two completely different things. We're talking about a baby versus an adult. Even this person on the video said, I didn't know I was trans until I was 27. So it took you 27 years to realize that you wanted to be the opposite sex. Okay. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. In fact, that seems more healthy, in my opinion, than had your parents transitioned you at 3. Because at that age, you could be confused. I'm just saying. And finally, why are we trying to erase tomboys? Why? Why can't girls be masculine? Why can't girls play sports instead of playing with dolls? Why can't girls want short hair instead of long hair and that be okay? Why can't girls play with the boys, be really athletic, and that be okay? And she still be a female? What has happened in our society that we no longer allow gender expression for our kids? And again, isn't it ironic that the same group that says that gender and sex are two different things tend to completely twirl them together the moment that a child expresses themselves differently than what would be considered normal for their gender? Immediately they must be trans? Put him in a skirt? Like, no. Just let him be. Just let him be and he will figure it out himself. How about that? Let her be and she will figure it out herself. How about that? How about we stop targeting children to affirm our life choices? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Leave the kids alone. That's all for today, guys. If you enjoy my content, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit my notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video. You guys can also follow me on my social media accounts on TikTok and on Instagram under CurlyBoyChuck. And if you guys want to financially help my channel, I'm going to have a link to my Cash App and to my PayPal. All money will be going back into this channel. Until next time, peace.